What do you think of the game so far, RJ?
Yeah, I mean, I played thoroughly the original game on the Wii U, and the upgrades here are nice. Like Sean said, with the graphics and all that. I think I'll focus on some of the other stuff. The playability is much better here because they give you tips, they give you like a glossary that you can read on the characters. They've done this really cool thing called the quick cast in terms of like your abilities, so it kind of speeds up the gameplay more. There's a lot of really cool gameplay adjustments that I feel like was better for people just understanding how to play. The tips section, all of that, the fonts, UI, all that stuff is bigger so you can actually see it. The original game, it was tiny, it was minuscule. Sometimes you could not even see or you could not read it well enough. So I think they did a good job with the playability there. The game was the core foundation of the game was always really good. So just taking it, making it a bit better. The sound quality is significantly better. I played it on a surround sound back then, and I felt that it sounded good, but they've definitely improved the sound quality and the surround sound, so it sounds
Yeah, they
great.
talking about Xenoblade.
So yeah, everything, like I said,
The game almost lost in.
even better, revamped, and I'm really enjoying it. Obviously, he's Xenoblade fan.
The game you say you almost watched me die in.
I would say is,
Well, no, it's not that same game.
When I play like the epilogue, it's better, so no spoilers.
But it is Xenoblade.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay, but it's just not up to the level of the other Xenoblade games, which I already know. I already know that's not the case, and it's never going to be up to that level because all of those games connect, and the storytelling is considerably better. Characters, writing, all that is just much better, in my opinion, in the original trilogy, and the expansions for the trilogy. But I think that the gameplay, and like the skulls and everything else kind of makes up for that a bit, but that's the only thing that I would say with this game. That's the only issue that I would have with like some of the story stuff. But outside of that, it's really good. Outside of that, it's really good. Sometimes you flip through the enemies and you're fighting depending on certain scenarios. I can get really in depth into it, but I'll be here talking forever. So I'll just say that same game that I know and love, but they just made it way easier to play for people, way easier to get into. And yeah, it is different in terms of the stuff. Like it is very different in terms of how they do like the soul voices and some of the other stuff, and even how you cast arts is different from Xenoblade 2 and Xenoblade 3. It's kind of like Xenoblade 1. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm like 7-8 hours in now, so I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Chase my level 84.
Bro, some of the shit in the game's like wants you to fucking solid snake it or something and be like, all right, here's where you need to go. There's a bunch of fucking huge ass creatures that can absolutely wreck your butthole, but
there's a very easy way to solid snake it. So if you choose, for those who want to know, just a little tip, what's called Elma, she has like a shadow cast or whatever that turns her invincible, and you can just run anywhere that you need to go to. So that's just the easy way to, if you need.
Fuck that. Nah, you fucking take the challenge on head on and you run like a bitch.
I don't recommend doing that.
That's how I've been playing.
Use Elma, use the shadow strike or shadow cast, whatever the heck she has, and then you'll just turn invincible and you can just run through where you need to go to. It's fun though. It's fun doing little things like that. And another big thing is that I love the fact that they actually have like the party. You can access all your party members right there. That is such a massive quality of life improvement. The quality of life stuff in here is great. Before you had to go back to the actual Blade HQ and switch from there, it was terrible. But now you have access to all of your party members at any point, which is also super dope.
And the loading times are much better. I remember that from the original game. Like, loading times were crazy. Like, you could go anywhere on the map, and it's like, boom, you're right there.
Even booting to the title screen only takes, I think it's less than 10 seconds, which is better than all of the Xenoblade games. Xenoblade 3 takes a while to load to the title screen, so yeah.
I mean, it's impressive looking on the Switch. I mean, I know it's a Wii U game. Back then, it looked really good on the Wii U as well. So you could tell that Monolith did some other stuff to sharpen it up and touch it up here, clearly. So, I mean, I don't know if Digital Foundry is their
I got flame charge.
Okay, I'm just curious if they're fine on that because Monolith's gonna do some things on the next gen. So it's good to see them round out Xenoblade completely. You can buy a Switch, have the entirety of the Xenoblade franchise represented right there. So,
I already got flame charge.
It is. It's a game. If you buy it, you're gonna spend some time. It's gonna be a while, but I know Gene Park did like the best marketing campaign for this game on Twitter. he was just showing skills and stuff and rolling around with max level, and people were like, "Where do I get this game?" It's like here, but it's gonna be like
Alright.
a good 25 hours until you get a skill. So just understand, it's not gonna happen right away. But Xenoblade Chronicles X is out now. Check it out. Let me see the super. He's wait for me to look at these. I might be able to click them and put them up on the screen. I don't know that tab. Here we go. Chrono McCloud says, did you guys see the leaked build for Until Dawn on the PS3? It was going to be first person. Also love the content. I think that's just break today because I saw people mentioning it on.
Yeah, I literally just saw the tweet from, I think it was Warrior64 or someone, like 5 minutes ago, so I was just reading up on it. Looks interesting.
It was going to be first person. Weird. Huh. I wonder what changed their mind on that.
I think it was for the better.
Agree.
Supported system right here. Oh wow. Says OJ, how do you like the PS5 Pro? Did you get the disc drive? More importantly, did you sell that busted PS5 to your wife at MSRP to afford the Pro?
That shit was base as fuck. Y'all gave that man hell about that. Nah, that's fucking. That's a grown ass man move.
So I thought about selling it to my PS5, but I didn't feel like, or selling my PS5 to my wife, but I didn't want to get divorced. So I decided, I opted on not selling it to her. She already has one, so I already bought her.
Yo, I don't even have no money.
I didn't sell it to her.
They didn't give me 5 Pokeballs to start off with.
Shout out to Jessica, man, it's all good. He threw in games. He threw in games and the controller too. Just to let you guys know.
He didn't have to do that.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't have to throw in the games and the controllers, so a lot of you guys didn't have to for that.
Oh,
It's a bonus.
Cody Bishop says, look into reports from last year about outside influence campaigns targeting male gamers with anti-diversity content. Not as organic as it seems. Okay, and thanks, Cody. Then the champ says, hey y'all and Celia, John, can you get Super Metal Dave 64 on Squadcast when Metroid Prime 4 drops? Dave! It's his jam. We'll have to get Dave.
After I get made, what? I get money?
Fun. Oh yeah.
I ain't fought no nigga yet.
Brian says, tell RPG85 his video on Shining Resonance, along with the wild hair, inspired me to go back and play Shining Force.
But hold up, how do I get to it?
Play Shining Force 3 if you can. That's my.
There's nothing up here.
Kind of Saturn emulate it, but.
Oh, she's right there.
Strategy RPG, but very very fun.
I thought those were some regular niggas.
Hello, is Xenoblade Chronicles X a good starting point for a newbie to the series? Shout out OJ for the pre-show Love Squadcast.
It is and it isn't. Honestly, that's the best answer. It is because it's a one-off. It's like, okay, great, you can just play this like its own. But none of the other games, if you like it a lot, none of the other games kind of play like it, but not really. The story, the tone, the different. Like,
Oh, this lit nigga level 5.
Are actually like the main character. Like it's very different. So
I'm good.
Sure, you can start there, but just know going into the next one that it's
Get him out of here.
the same experience. So just keep that in mind.
It's not. This one's not connected. Though. It's jumping.
I mean, there's some fan theory connections, but for the most, no, it's not. 1, 2, and 3 are connected. Like if you play
Get her out of here.
like it is a ride. But this one you can just kind of play whenever. You know, like you don't.
Yeah, give me that money.
Play it after, you can play it before, you can play it in between. It doesn't really matter when you play X. You know.
Florida the Pepsi says, love the family of podcasts y'all do. Thanks for the great discussions and keeping me up to date.
She ain't give me no Pokemon. No Pokeballs.
I scroll all the way up to see if I wouldn't miss anybody. I think I had another one. Okay. Capsmove Gamer says the Emperor of Japan was upset that you
Flame charge level 9.
People would like to do that. Ubisoft put a patch. I didn't see the Ubisoft put out a patch. They did
Oh, so I gotta go back to the lab. Okay.
0 patch or something. So I think that went live before.
I don't even know where
I feel like my
I don't even know what level you get flame charge at.
I assume one of them was that. I think it was that, and they had the patch notes. It was like that, and they removed.
I need them running shoes.
Like
That's what I need.
Civilians in the village or something. I don't know. Yeah. Yay censorship. And then there's Medallion who said.
Yeah, come on, bitch.
Shiitake. Thanks, Medallion.
See, this is the. It's so many niggas on the map.
just randomly yells.
I don't know like
something,
who's
like,
in the game and who's like
clipped together.
just a I don't know who the NPCs are that I can actually battle and get money off of.
Quest for Glory Gamer says, "Where's Streamlabs, John?" I updated it along with everyone on the panel. So if there's anyone here you like or technically dislike, you go find them on their channel. You go give them a hard time in their comment. Actually, no. OG does the pre-show. Sean reminisces like an old man on his channel. Evan does the tabletop stuff. Celia is active over on Twitter X. We're trying to get her to do videos at some point. Breeze.
I'm down for you.
And MEG did an awesome video on the Xbox 360 soft mod process and why people can now actually play around with Homebrew on the 360 without even having to open it.
All right.
So I would check that out. How'd that go, by the way? Did you do anything else with that?
I've been out of town, John, so I haven't really had a chance to.
Okay, there we go.
But
look, you need one of these.
I didn't watch it. I read
You need
Tom
one of these
Moore's
controllers.
Oh,
Shout out
yeah.
to Tom Moore for the article.
Thanks, Tom.
This is what I got. I ain't used this controller in like, I had it for like 5 years. 5, 6, 7 years, little wireless controller. Let me send a picture of this shit.
Demo, right?
It's 8-bit though.
Rock Band, one of the Rock Band demos. So I'll make
Rock Band Blitz.
Thank you. Atomic Toaster says RGT85 is now the king of Xenoblade. Crack open the champagne.
Wireless controller. Hooked it up to the computer. This is my first time using this shit.
Hear something from Sony today as it's the 20th anniversary of God of War. Well,
I couldn't do the keyboard and shit, so it got hella buttons on it, and I just mapped all the buttons, the bag, the start menu, trainer, ID, all that shit.
Today?
Give me them running shoes.
Jeff Grubb kind of did a bit of an update. So we do have the God of War, like the 20th anniversary stuff that was happening.
Yeah, that one I'm talking about. I need that.
Any major update? No major announcement, game announcement, or anything.
Yeah.
Going into like the panel and stuff they were doing for the weekend. But we did have Jeff Grubb, who seemed to do an update on. Originally, it was like, oh, it's gonna be a God of War remaster collection. Now that doesn't seem to be the case, and it's going to be a side story. But Greek mythology now.
He running kind of funny.
Prequel for
But yeah, I need that.
This is kind of getting all over the place.
See, there's too many niggas around here.
Is happening here other than mixed signals or poor sources? I'm not sure. This is very strange.
Collection.
The collection makes sense.
Damn, the nigga hopped on a bike and zoomed.
It seems like obvious money.
Niggas try to race me?
God of War is not available on the PS4.
That would be something actually interesting. We start off at a town and we say race to this town and we gotta race to it. You know, people are gonna get wild encounters at different times, different races and shit like that.
It was a fun bit of side kind of extra content. I guess this would be like their Lost Legacy.
That'll be crazy.
For God of War, I guess.
I just sent the pic in the group chat of the controller. I hope the other regions and areas and shit, they don't look like it's fall. Like, give me something vibrant. Maybe it's just this area though. Where did Bernard start off at?
Super Christian Me World says, OJ, tell the folks about the Xeno.
Yeah, see, I don't know who's who, so
Yeah, if you want to play Xenoblade,
I would have just ran past that nigga.
Definitive Edition, the original, or Xenoblade X, the same mapping works. So essentially, what you do is you just take the D-pad, instead of using the D-pad to scroll, you just map the buttons in the controller screen, map those to the ZR and ZL, so you can move and you can change the arts at the same time.
There we go.
Because you have to position yourself in Xenoblade.
Give me that money. I need that. Now I need that amulet coin. See, it's like I gotta walk up on every nigga because I don't know who's who.
I map it to the right D-pad. It's a little weird, but you don't have to jump very often in Xenoblade X, so it works, and it's actually surprisingly comfortable on the Pro Controller. Mapping portable mode, you have to change around a few other things. I have the mapping to, I think, jump button to L, so you do move where you can switch targets, but it still works. That same basic concept still works out in portable mode. But that's what I've done.
Get him out of here.
A million times better. Like, not a million times, but it makes it way better to play because you don't have to use the D-pad and stop moving to control an art.
Get him out of here.
Atomic Toaster says RGC 85, more like RPG 85. Yeah. Sean coming through. And Scott says, hey RGC, how's the hairline doing? JK, great pod like always.
That's fine. I mean,
No
that's
concern.
what you asked Sean.
I
That's
say,
what you asked John.
no concern. No
John
concern.
does not care about his. Curly John does not care. He's like, bro, I'm just doing what I gotta do.
There's a lot of niggas running around this game.
I already got 3 kids. It's amazing I still have hair.
That's true. That's true. Usually when the kids come, that's when my hairline started going back.
It's all over.
And years ago, my first starts going back right there.
Let's see.
So how do I get experience share?
Talk about this,
It's like I can't even Google none of this shit because the game is like,
Xbox.
you know what? I probably could. I probably could Google it.
Maybe messed up, or they accidentally put this live. Somebody edited it wrong. Something happened.
And I wonder how long they've been updating this game.
An image on their own blog.
They've probably been updating it for a minute.
To billions of people, with a B, billions. And in this, which I think I can zoom in actually, right? Yeah, good. I can actually zoom pretty far in here. So if I pull this up, boom, open billion doors with Xbox.
Yeah, they got hella niggas in this game. It's crazy.
Yeah, the Xbox, the ROG. It's like almost looks like a Mac. Well, that could be like a Surface or something. Tablets, and then it has a Steam tab right there. So you have Steam, owned, action adventure, Game Pass. And as soon as people saw this, they realized, wait a minute, that UI doesn't actually exist right now. So either Microsoft, an intern, had a fun day just mocking up some like weird UI thing for an advertisement and didn't consult them, or this was going to be the UI that would get pushed out eventually and it wasn't ready for prime time yet. As in, this is something that we'll see on their OEM handheld later on this year. And of course, it got everyone talking once again about the idea of Steam on Xbox and what that actually means going forward. There was also an update from Jez Gordon. Sean actually covered this in his video.
Do I want to get the tech? Nah.
About backwards compatibility, which we can touch on in a minute. I put up a poll asking people, would you be more interested in the next Xbox system if Steam was something that could be installed and available?
Give me the potion sound. Give me the item. I'm getting the item sound.
Would then also be available on the Xbox. I guess technically then it wouldn't, I mean, it'd still be an Xbox brand, but it would feel more like just a PC that you buy for your TV then. And like 75% of people said, yes, I would be more interested in an Xbox that had Steam installed. So it almost feels like now Steam is something that could drive Xbox systems, but I don't know how well that'd do for Microsoft on their back end when it comes to sales. So do you think this is an intern that had some fun?
That motherfucker chucked that Pokeball.
Is it possible that Microsoft had a bit of a whoopsie there and posted?
So not to kill the question, but that's not how that works. Like an intern isn't just being like, oh, I'm gonna make this marketing graphic, posted it, or on the blog or whatever. Like legal has to approve these things. Anything that's coming out of like first party's mouth. So either it slipped past their team of like lawyers and then the entire pipeline that goes for approvals on this, or it was intentional to keep like this.
Well, they also pulled it down.
Well, pulling it down is
Yeah.
That's weird. Did it just get missed on like the entire pipeline?
Well, they weren't aware it was even up.
Okay, so that's how you swap Pokemon.
So the Verge.
That's easy enough.
They said, hey, that UI doesn't actually exist, and it says Steam at the top. What's the deal
I'm
here?
fucking with this. I ain't gonna lie.
Microsoft pulled it.
So something just must have gotten misstated. Because
I definitely need that.
Obviously, I'm speculating, but its existence was approved, but the timing was not. Interesting. Very interesting.
I can't put it past Microsoft because
Here we go with the bullshit.
They've done some things that don't seem.
Here
like
we
they
go
want
with the
to do
bullshit.
sometimes for like this entire generation in the background with marketing. So for me, it's not hard to believe that maybe they messed something up and it was supposed to be there and somebody hit like send too early or something.
Do you think also it could have been a accidental leak? just to kind of get the conversation going about them, because that's not
Damn.
something unheard of.
I like it. Do you mean like a controlled leak, Celia?
Okay.
Because like that's a strategy that can work, and also to get the conversation going and the narrative with the Xbox being everywhere, blending all the platforms together where you can access your life.
Oh, that motherfucker hitting, bruh.
In general, would be a plus point. Xbox's marketing book, so that could be something. Yeah, like Mr. M said, publicity stunt. Like that.
There we go.
I just have such a hard time believing.
Shit took me like 50 times before I got what?
Because they catch everything, literally.
He said Ross got me in a blender. Hey, I caught that motherfucker though. Let me go here. Hey, first try. First try. Let me put that Ross in the front. Loving these niggas up.
By now,
Oh, that nigga was moving fast.
And they just never hit snooze.
I need all my niggas around the same level, so I'm gonna grind it out.
Crap, we didn't do that yet.
For a little bit.
Green text at the top and just
Yeah. Connected branding, and I think maybe we're
I was missing moves and everything. They dropped my attack.
I mean, I think this is the UI that we're gonna see that
Niggas started off with 3 double teams.
So this kind of is them, I think, playing around Windows. So
This is clearly a
I
But look at those thumbnails. They're not even like aligned correctly. They're
Yeah.
stretched out too much.
Oh, this is fire. This is crazy. This nigga's a fucking tiger. This nigga's what's his name? This is YFN Lucci.
I also did a poll as well, and someone that I
Look, that's Lucci right there.
get into PC.
Yo, this is fire. I ain't gonna lie.
interested in it as well.
They got Lucci on this bitch. They got Lucci.
Way too much. There's way too many questions and like.
This nigga a whole tiger out here.
Like you have to factor in with something like.
Damn, I wish you was streaming, yo.
That's my biggest question would be.
I wish you was streaming because I would. What game did I do that with?
And it's essentially.
I had like both of our gameplay pulled up at the same time. I could make a template like that.
How does it compare to a console?
That should be fire. And then we be in Discord
Microsoft Store
talking and shit.
when the games are probably going to be cheaper on Steam.
Yeah, I think it was. You know, I was trying to think. That's.
I
I should have knew that. That's the only game I've been playing for 3 years. I've been playing that shit the last 3 years.
There's a lot of things that have to go right and a lot of working parts and, you know, too many cooks in the kitchen sort of situation. You know, is everyone going to be on board with this? Like,
Bruh,
the image that is.
I don't even remember how to get Gallade. I don't even remember.
I do think from the consumer standpoint, it's hard not to
That's
be like,
crazy.
oh wow, that would actually be pretty cool if Steam was just available, because it opens up the Xbox to. I mean, many people out there just have Steam libraries that maybe.
Yeah, I don't like.
because they do the Steam sale thing.
Oh, the Dawnstone. Okay.
Throw a few things in there and then they forget about them.
Oh, okay. Curly got a Dawnstone.
Decades now. People have accumulated games and all of a sudden. which
Now,
is-
one of these niggas was moving fast as hell.
And then
He must got a
you
setting or something up on his shit.
Hey, the math might not work in the like.
So I wonder how you go to the other regions though.
Maybe in their mind, it's like when we get more people on board, try to turn this thing around. Maybe.
I need these niggas like level 15 before I try to fight anybody because I'm not trying to get dropped.
Although.
So after you clear a region, you can just go to any region?
I don't know how possible that is because that leadership would have to change probably many times that even happened. But at this point, Microsoft, I don't mind. Now, maybe this is their big swing.
They would need a.
You know what? Let me catch that.
Wasn't the big swing?
That nigga level
Activision
4.
Blizzard? Why would they want to buy Steam for? Like, I don't think Steam is in. They make so much money anyway. Why would they need to like sell to Microsoft?
I don't think it's long games there myself.
Yeah, Gabe's already a billionaire. He's like, a billionaire.
I need to figure out how to put my chat up on the stream like
Yeah,
other
it's not
niggas be
over
doing
there.
they
I think,
shit.
Like, I've talked way if you like their leadership that changed multiple times. So like, I think as long as Gabe knows there, it would stay private because they can feel
I'm sure it ain't hard.
anyway with technology. So
I feel like we're reading way too much into this. Isn't this just like a front end and you click on that Steam and it just takes you to the Steam launcher? I mean, Isn't this just big?
Oh, so I could just go to any region in order. I hope they got him like
You know what I'm saying? Like the front end.
I wonder if I'm gonna be just catching all.
Windows, like on the
What is this, Gen 3?
I
What is
never
that?
have one, but I'm assuming it's just running Windows. And
Hoenn?
in order to get access to Steam, you got to actually double click on the Steam icon on your
Kanto
desktop.
Jodo Hoenn, I think.
Use the armory crate, which has your
Yeah.
that will boot up at the start. But you know, I just
So you can only catch Gen 3 Pokemon in here?
And I don't necessarily think it's
Like Gen 3 only?
World. Like I said, my
Oh, that's crazy.
100% interest in something like this, but execution is a big
See, this is how the fucking
because
Pokemon games are supposed to be. That nigga is moving. That's what I'm talking about.
Would this be
Somebody was just moving fast as hell.
For console gamers, would it be PC enough for PC gamers? Like, they're two kind of distinct breeds.
What am I looking for? I forgot
like
what I was about to do.
The reason why people like PCs.
Oh, that nigga got an item on him?
We'll test my poll right now. We could go down to 50%. Evan, would you be interested in this?
Probably not, because my TV's right there. My computer's right here.
We're down to 50% interest now, John.
But if you're actually, Evan, if your TV
Yeah, remove, put that in my bag. Okay, this is nice. Yeah, you can just give them nicknames right there and shit.
But like you had a separate room kind
They
of
show
thing.
you the move
I'm
list.
picturing
That's
Xbox
crazy.
You want it like that? That would be the big
Evolution
complaint I
tree?
see
Yeah,
about
this
PC
shit, this
right
is
now
on some
it's
shit.
like incredibly expensive.
I like this.
Like it's to the
I'm
point
fucking with
where
this.
You see the video cards that show up and everyone's like,
Damn, why I ain't played this shit a long time ago.
why are you like, hey, let's get a $1,000 video card? Or they try to hype up a $500 video card that's as strong as a 4090. But then when it launches, it's really like $700 or $800. And oh yeah, it's got frame gen and all these little tricks to get in there. People are building systems.
Do I got a Zigzagoon?
$2,000 or something. Like,
No.
and then if Microsoft is like, hey, we got a $600 or $700 Xbox that plays games well enough, and it's just like your TV box that you put in the living room, but not to replace your main powerful system. Could that be a secondary system for people? Like the Switch was kind of like a companion system I noticed for a lot of PC gamers because it has the Nintendo games and stuff on it early on. Would this be like a little companion?
There we
box
go.
or something that would still have your Steam library and put in another room?
I mean, it depends on, I guess, how it's executed and who it's focused for. For me, I don't really care, because the only place it would go would be like if I do like a projection screen or something in my bedroom. But if I'm in there, I'm gonna sleep. Like,
See, I don't like that it don't got the.
In there to be like, let me turn my.
I just caught a Pokemon chime. I don't like that.
But I mean, for some people, that's probably fine. But there's always
I don't
weird
like that.
alternatives, especially if whatever box they create has some of the issues with a lot of the AI frame generation that causes input latency. Because comparatively, there was already things with Steam, like the little Steam box that would stream from.
Yeah, this is dope because I could just
hook it to that apparently was really good.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Insanely good for latency. I imagine would be a lot cheaper than having to.
I could just map.
Jump it.
Boy, what the hell you doing?
Real quick, sorry to cut you off, Evan.
3
Spencer, come here.
Great input, Sean. This
Come
is
here.
More like Steam or Valve is dipping their toes into the console market than Xbox dipping their toes into having launchers on their console.
Come here.
Just like in general. So basically, like, I know we were saying, oh,
Come here. What you doing, man? What's up? Come here. What you doing?
For them to do things.
Come here.
Because in general, I've always been like more of a console gamer. Like I've been gaming.
Why you making all that noise?
2017.
What's up? What you doing?
Because I always was like, well, my games are on the console. I don't need to play anything else. It's
What you
fine.
doing?
So like, having everything.
You need to calm down.
And I feel like I was still in that mindset of like, well, I have all my games on my console.
Yeah.
That's a great way to get me into Steam. So I'm kind of curious.
I need a low tag. I need me a good water Pokemon.
And there being a more emphasis of Xbox spreading out, being a more involved.
They try to streamline some stuff, yeah.
And Xbox would make sense.
I guess I can't complain because the little Pokemon healing my Pokemon, it ain't going through the whole chime and shit like that. I don't mind that not being there. It's my last Pokeball, so I need to get some more.
from the Windows Store, Microsoft, and they need the
Boy, what the? Pick that cup up.
They don't play ball with like the back and forth sales with the machine just dominates them.
Oh.
Honestly, 9 times out
Yeah,
of 10,
damn. You said this shit already. I just hadn't read it yet. Yeah, she just be like, you healed.